Hello everyone. Have you ever got blank in an interview or fall short of words when an interviewer asks, tell me about yourself? I'm sure that most of us would have gone blank.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I was born in, and then,
As soon as this question is asked. And why this happens? It's because usually we are very much confident that it is very easy to describe yourself, and due to which we never prepare from before. Even after having lots of experience, good communication skills and right skills for the position, but if you are not prepared from before and you'll get blank. So for that, you need to prepare by writing your introduction prior to your interview. So in this video, we'll share some tips on how to prepare yourself for cracking your interview with the questions and easy steps. So as you are all aware, first impressions are extremely important to determine how an employer views you as a candidate. What you say during the initial portion of the interview might have a positive or negative impact on the outcome. So yourself, you have the professionalism and communication ability to contribute something value to the organization. Still things make a big difference. The stage of a job search. That's why it's important to pay attention to interview manners and to think through how you will introduce yourself during the job interview. The key intention of an interviewer while asking tell me about yourself is to know about the candidate in a brief manner and then follow up with the questions related to the job application and role. So we'll see now what are the things or the sequence you need to follow while answering the question of tell me about yourself. Firstly, you need to start it with greeting and telling your name to the interviewer. Though you need to remember that if you have already greeted, then avoid doing it again and simply start it by telling your full name. Then you can opt to provide your education qualification details along with few basic details such as where do you live, etc. Try to keep the information clear, concise and relevant to the interview. Now you need to focus on the particular aspect, that is what makes you a great fit to the position. You can do it by describing your skill set to the recruiter, telling him or her about the projects and internships that you have done and how they are relevant to the particular job role, about the relevant certification or achievements that you have earned, etc. After that, you need to talk about your short-term and long-term career goals to the interviewer. Do remember that you are talking about your goals. It should not be too self-centered. Then you can let the interviewer know about your personal strengths and how they can be valuable to the company. You can make use of past incidents or experiences to validate the sales trends. Now let's discuss what exactly are the common mistakes which a candidate usually does. So first, talking about your family and personal life. Tell me about yourself is an open-ended question. A lot of candidates think that the interviewer wants to know all about them and start talking about the family and their personal lives. Let us take an example answer below. My name is Riya. Basketball is my favorite sport and I used to play it a lot in my school days. I'm a Bollywood fan. My father is an engineer. My mother is a housewife. I have a younger brother who is studying. Most of the information is not relevant to the job. Hence, it is important for the interviewer to know all this non-relevant information will in fact overload him or her with unnecessary information. Recruiter wants to quickly understand a candidate's profile and will appreciate if you can provide a concise answer which explain him or her are you fit for the job. You should mention about your family or personal life only if the recruiter specifically asks for it. Moving forward to the second point, using overboard statements. A few candidates have the habits of using overboard statements like I'm the best person for this job role. Best can never be defined. If you think you are the best, that means that you can never learn better and you can never learn more. This is a very wrong statement to make, as the recruiters will get the impression that you are arrogant. We all know that nobody is perfect. Saying something statement like this that makes sound unreasonable and overconfident. Instead of using these statements, talk about your achievements which are realistic and measurable. If you want to describe about your achievements, you can mention it like this. I have won first prize in a design competition at IIT Bombay. This statement talks about your achievements which are specific and measurable. The interviewer will acknowledge it and appreciate it. Now moving forward to the third point, taking too long to answer the question. Some candidates take too long to answer this question. Since tell me about yourself is such an open-ended question, they think that the more they talk about themselves, the better their chance will be. Let us first understand that the interviewer does not have the whole day to listen to you. He or she probably has several candidates lined up and waiting outside for the same position. Therefore, your answer should be concise and relevant as possible. It should be straight to the point. The rule of thumb is to answer that "tell me about yourself" question in just 1 or 2 minutes maximum. Anything longer than 2 minutes and you can risk losing the interest of the interviewer. Moving forward to the fourth point. Not maintaining proper eye contact. Beginner candidates who are new at the interview often make this mistake. They avoid looking directly at the eye of the interviewer and instead look here and there while talking. This happens as some people have a fear of speaking to strangers and blanking out during the conversation. From an interviewer's perspective, candidates who do not maintain proper eye contact seem to be not serious about the interview or they lack some confidence. Hence, this is something that just cannot be overlooked. Moving forward to the fifth point, lying to the interviewer. Some candidates lie to the interviewers about their qualifications, their achievements, or even their experience, sometimes by even forging the documents. Some get away with it, but a lot of time get caught. If not during the interview, they get caught up later in their career. An expected interviewer will more often than not catch your lies either in the interview itself or during the onboarding process. How? Remember that in most companies you need to submit all your documents and experience certificates. Often reference checks are done to verify authenticity of these documents. With LinkedIn and other professional websites available, it is not very difficult to find common links and verify your complete story. So think again before you plan to lie in your next interview or forge any documents. Always look at the bigger picture when it comes to your career. So these things a candidate should take care while preparing themselves for the introduction part and should avoid these mistakes while introducing them. If I talk about quick key tips which you need to take care are: research thoroughly about the company and go through the key skills and qualification mentioned in the job description and required by the job profile you are interviewing for. Prepare beforehand for the different introductory questions, especially the aspects that we have mentioned before. From giving an overview of your candidates to your educational qualification, professional experiences, hobbies and interests. Keep a check on your body language through the interview. Make sure that you are straighten up your shoulder, raise your chin and sit straight. You can practice this by taking a mock interview with a friend and see feedback on how it can be improved. Avoid distraction and maintain eye contact with the interviewer, but don't overdo it. So if you found these tips helpful, then do subscribe our channel and comment below and let us know what video you want ahead. Stay connected with us for other parts of interview preparation.